This episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 6 of Tokyo Vice, titled The Information Business. Now, this episode picks up where the last episode left off, episode 5, with the assassination attempt on Yoshino. And Sato wants to know information about what's going on, what's happening, who called it, where are certain things happening like that. And not only that, an impromptu Yakuza peace meeting or summit, you could say, is called between Tozawa and the rest of the Yakuza gang. It's Tozawa and his Oyabun on one side. I believe it's the West, and then Yoshida and his Oyabun along with his other colleagues who are control of the East. And it's interesting how this dynamic works in Japan with the dividing lines of how territory works and what you should work with and not work with in this world of the Yakuza world. It's interesting because Tozawa thinks, oh, I'm paying Yoshida money for my apologies for the assassination attempt. And then come to find out, Tozawa's Oyabun says to him, no, get on your knees and ask for forgiveness. So in a shocking way, that happens. And Yoshida's Oyabun basically says, okay, we're done. And then Yoshida takes some money out of Tozawa's briefcase that was offered to him, 100 million yen. He takes some, walks off. Come to find out that it was Tozawa's Oyabun who wanted this assassination attempt to happen, but Tozawa failed and basically tells him that whatever money you have, it's not going to ask for forgiveness of whatever happens next. And then Jake gets a tip, a source from Yoshida himself, saying that a shipment of drugs is coming into Japan on a plane, and at a certain time in the morning you have to stop this. So Jake goes to his supervisor, he goes to Miyamoto, he goes to Katagiri, just to find out for them to jump on this lead. Katagiri's like, no, sit on it, wait, we'll do certain things, we'll do some investigations. Jake doesn't listen, he goes to Miyamoto. Miyamoto does it, and basically they look everywhere with the cargo and everything. They can't find anything. Katagiri comes in and says, listen, I told you not to do this. You don't listen. It's a disappointment. Jake, the character of Jake is just annoying at times in this. And I feel no sympathy and no sorrow or emotion for this character at all. Ansel Elgort is not that good in this role at all. It's kind of forced upon in a way. And we find out that Miyamoto is actually working with Tozawa. So basically, there were drugs on the plane, just in a different area and in the engine compartment where the drugs or the meth were stashed. So Jake finds this, he doesn't find that out, but, he's just like, oh, okay, the cops messed up. You got to put that in the paper, this and that. So it's interesting to see what's happening with that character. Not only that, Samantha starts to settle her debts and starts to get her way. Her character as well, very, very annoying at times. She just doesn't understand what's happening, what she's doing. I feel like there's too many characters right now trying to focus on, especially with what the powerhouse of this episode can and should be. I did like the, Yakuza scenes, which was really great. The character of Yoshida is powerful, and Tozawa, I feel like, is the weak link because he has this disease that, he's trying to hide from everybody, but you really can't hide a disease something happens. And not only that, Jake just wants an exclusive with certain people. He's trying his best in his job, but he's getting annoying at times where, when a journalist gets too close to something, they end up dead. Because I'm curious to see what happens in the season finale. All this anticipation in this. And we remember how episode 1 started, where Katagiri and Jake are meeting the Yakuza people, and, it goes back 2 years later. So all this entire first season takes place over 2 years span, which is really, really interesting. Who's going to die? What's going to happen? Sato himself is starting to come again into his own, and, you can see Samantha kind of using him, which is really annoying in a way, because Sato is just doing certain things to, get money and, just be that independent person, but deep down he's emotional, and he's really, really a spitfire with his anger, and it really, really shows. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 6 of Tokyo Vice, titled The Information Business. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? And what do you think is going to happen at the rest of the season? And, who's going to die? Who's going to live? And do you think everyone's going to go their separate happy ways? Or is everyone going to get arrested? Or is there going to be a sabotage? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked. And I'll see you guys in the next review video. And be sure you tune into my episode 7 review of Tokyo Vice right here.